Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by, you like the channel and the video, please subscribe and put on your notification bell so that you will be able to know when I upload a new video. In this channel, I bring to you information across the globe, what is happening in the world, especially Nigeria. So after watching the video, your opinion, your contribution is highly needed. Do it constructively in the comment section as we are going to watch this video together. Yes, I'm watching it together with you. Then later, we'll come to the comment section to discuss about it. Remain blessed as we watch.
Good afternoon, Barrister.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Today is the 21st of the month of October 2021.
Yes.
And we're glad because we've been able to see what transpired in the court. Sir, we want you to help Biafran in a way that they will understand most of the things that is not said public regards to today's sittings. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Well, today's sitting, ordinarily the federal government had wanted to commence hearing, but you know the way they act. In most cases, they hardly would act timeously. They want to undercut you by filing documents very late. They filed an amended charge very late yesterday and served us at about 4 p.m. yesterday, just as we were about closing. So we had to sit back in the office to prepare a counter affidavit and counter processes to those charges. And part of what we prepared was a motion to dismiss those charges because after looking at the charge, we found out that the charges are spurious, they have no substance, they were aimed at just incarcerating Nnamdi Kanu for as long as they could. And they know in their heart of hearts that ordinarily these charges will not stand the test of time. And possibly because they feel there is no reason to have arrested and to have kidnapped and detained Nnamdi Kanu. That is why it took them so much time to come up with whatever it is they have come up with. But unfortunately, the charges are watery and laughable. So we have filed a motion to have those charges dismissed because we believe that some of the things they claim happened never happened within the territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but happened somewhere in London as they claimed. They claimed there was a broadcast where Nnamdi Kanu made statements urging people to kill, to burn, and stuff like that. Well, we don't know how they're going to prove that, but to our mind, we believe strongly that he who alleges must prove. That is the law. So we don't know how they're going to prove that. We cannot help them to prove it. They have to get the evidence, bring it before the court to prove those allegations, and I hope they are prepared for it. But be that as it may, our hope is that on the next adjourned date, being the 10th day of November 2021, the court will hear our motion to dismiss the entire charge. It's our fervent prayers that with the industry and the work we've put into this process, that and with God being on our side, that the judge will have no option but to dismiss those charges. That is going to be our hopeful prayer. Yes.
I don't know, based on the terms that the lawyers use in looking at issues.
Yes.
I don't know if it's possible Biafran and the people out there get to know what are the terms of the charges against the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, if it's possible.
Well, some of the charges, according to them, is that Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts from London, which they monitored around Enugu, to carve out the state of Biafra or the nation of Biafra, and that he intends to do that by removing some communities from Kogi State, from merge it with those in the southeast to form the state of Biafra. And claim that's an offense. Well, to our mind, we know that under the fundamental rights law of Nigeria and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and the United Nations laws on right and other international protocols, self-determination is a right. It's God-given right. Nobody can take that away from you. So if the Igbos want to have self-determination to determine their status and to determine who and who they should have relationship with, I do not think anybody can force it. I don't think anybody will have the right to push us, into what a relationship we don't want. It's like marriage. If a marriage has broken that irretrievably, you cannot compel the marriage to continue. So that is the status. That is the situation. That is one of the things. And then another one is that they claim that Nnamdi Kanu, again broadcasting from London, they also claim that he was calling Muhammad Buhari idiot, pedophile, terrorist, and all sorts of names. I think it's laughable if they claim that he called General Muhammad Buhari those things. Then the first thing again is for them to prove. It's for them to prove. We are the defendants. We don't have to prove it. It's for them to prove that yes, Nnamdi Kanu did actually call Buhari all those things. And is that the reason? And you see why it's so funny is that because you claim that Nnamdi Kanu, while in London, called Buhari an idiot, a pedophile, a terrorist, and whatever, because of that, you locked down the entire Abuja, the entire Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria was on lockdown today. People could not access their offices. People could not drop their children to school. People could not access the courthouse. The National Assembly, people couldn't access those places because you claim Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in London called Buhari an idiot, a pedophile, a terrorist. You see, those are some of the things we feel because a country that is serious, serious-minded,
shouldn't be going through this direction.
Yes, into such trivial issues. We have so many things that bothers us. We have the banditry in the northeast. Look at Sokoto on Sunday, had an attack where 49 persons were killed. And then the whole Sokoto is not locked down. But because somebody called one man an idiot or a pedophile, then a whole Federal Capital Territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was locked down. The largest and the most populous black nation in the world was locked down. So I believe that some of us, we are equating the person of General Muhammad Buhari to Nigeria. General Muhammad Buhari is just an individual, it's not Nigeria. Because Twitter or so, somebody posted, or because Twitter pulled down the writing of the same General Muhammad Buhari, because of that you shut down the whole Twitter for the whole federation. It's funny. It's funny. We must learn to separate General Muhammad Buhari from Federal Republic of Nigeria. They are not the same. They are not the same at all. And and calling Muhammad, assuming, we're just assuming because we know it's not true, but assuming it is true that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu actually did call Muhammad Buhari names, is that why the entire city should be locked down? Is that why you should mobilize the entire security forces in the FCT into Abuja, into the Federal High Court and its environment? So those are some of the things we believe that something is wrong somewhere. Yeah, and we should try as much as possible to take serious things serious and then avoid trivialities and things that doesn't really augur well for the development of a country, both its legal development or social economic development. Yes.
What do you think that would be a fallback to our people down east regarding to today's appearance of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra? One, I know they will be happy to see him that is still alive.
Yes.
Then other side of it is the impact on our people. What do you think?
Well, by now, I believe the people of the Southeast would have known that Nnamdi Kanu is alive. He's helping, he's managing himself. He's in high spirits, even though people were not allowed to get close to him, or people were not allowed to take photographs of him. But we believe strongly that having seen him in that spirit, a lot of nerves will be calmed now. And those who are afraid for his welfare by now would know that at least in the meantime that he's doing well, he's okay. But that does not mean that he's perfectly okay, because the DSS detention facility is not his home. No matter how comfortable they think the place is, it's not his home. So because of that, I'm sure his loved ones will want him to come out and move around freely, like a human being should be allowed to move about freely. That is the essence of why we're in court. That's the essence of why we have filed a preliminary objection to the charges before the Federal High Court number 2, Abuja. So we expect people down in the Southeast to calm down now, knowing fully well that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is okay. And then to continue to pray, to keep the hopes up, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And we know we have so many hurdles to cross yet. But we, the lawyers, we're in high spirit. We know we're prepared for whatever these people will throw at us. We are ready to face it, and we're ready to challenge it effectively to the best of our ability. And then those who are not able to meet with him should also calm down, because in due course, allowances will be made for people to meet with him directly, one-on-one basis. Yes, but at the interim, just like the court ordered, people can now see him, but such persons, before you go, you have to pass through these chambers, and be screened, so that we'll be sure those who are going there are not enemies to Nnamdi Kanu. Because the way he is now, so many people may also want to wish him bad, especially persons who feel offended by his actions may want to wish him bad, even though I know majority of people wish him well. So we want to prevent a situation where unscrupulous elements will utilize any slight opportunity to cause mayhem. Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
While we were at the court, someone sent me a text message when he found out that the court has been adjourned to November 10th. And he was saying in his text message, he said, if I cannot see the handwriting on the wall that they are trying to push it after the election of Anambra State, do you think the person is making a point? Does he have anything in connection with what is the date that was changed?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, since we've been meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, he has been silent on the Anambra election. He has not made it a point of discussion between us. And he knows the election will come up November 6th, but he has not made any categorical statement with respect to elections. And well, I won't be able to say that, because usually the court looks at its own diary and then looks at circumstances surrounding the official duties of a judge, and before the judge can fix a date, for ruling. But whether the ruling goes either way, it doesn't affect whatever happens in the Anambra election. Well, the entire proceedings has no link to Anambra election. The charges never mention anything about Anambra election. So we do not think that Anambra election should be an issue to determine whether the judge will give us a short date or a longer date. Okay, today is the 21st of October. Well, November 10 is far, but not too far. Before you know now, we'll get to November 10. The most important is that there is a date. There is a date, and on that date, we'll be there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Coming on Biafran Television.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for always watching Linda's TV show. I will see you again in my next video. Remain blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you, and keep on watching Linda's TV show. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I beg you to do that so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Bye bye.